Good evening. Excuse me. Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin, principal of, excuse me again, Simply Improve Health, and I help people to train better and longer, have improved sleep, and enjoy general better quality of health using simple plant-based products and simple techniques. This evening, my life is based on my experiences at the Power to Achieve conference that took place this past weekend. I spent the day there with Cheryl Chapman and some of my fellow wise women and men as well. So this live today is thanks to my fellow wise men and women who helped me to discover a different way of looking at things. So how did they do that? Well, it all started with Cheryl doing 5 things as she usually does, not only speaking, but making sure that her coaching proteges were also getting on with their speeches on stage, but she was also teaching those of us who were there to help her on the day. And my particular thing that I got pinned a bit to the wall with was number 1, finishing a book. So I've been held responsible for finishing a book, but also I had a query about how can I get things moving in my life again with regard to earning a living, especially this time of year. People are on holiday, they go away, they're not thinking about having treatments or anything like that. So things have a tendency in terms of income to drop. Not a good thing. You still have to pay your bills whether people go on holiday or not. So in the course of the conversation, Cheryl actually said, well, look at Feng Shui and look at, the energy that's flowing through your home, and what's going on in your wealth, the wealth spot of your home. Well, having done a little bit of analyzing by looking at a Feng Shui wheel and the positioning of my house, what I discovered was that my wealth space was actually in the grid in my bedroom. Because of the way the house is situated. But also, my desk actually faced a wall and left my back to the door of the entrance of our sitting room. And the reason why that was important is because I have been feeling stuck. And what have I been looking at? A wall. So it's no wonder that I feel like I've hit a wall energetically. So I had to change that. And there was some initial resistance on my part, and I had to sit with that, really. What is this resistance about? Oh, and it was like, oh God, I gotta move all these wires and da, da, da. And during the course of all of that, my husband actually suggested, well, don't turn it the way that I was intending to turn it. Turn your desk to face the sitting room window. And I was like, oh, I'm still faffing and fussing about the wires that I have to move. But actually, in the end, it was the perfect thing to do, because having turned my desk around by 90 degrees, what ended up happening is that I actually had a view. I now look out over our garden and the rose bushes and the buddleias and my potato plants, which have decided to sprout this year after laying dormant for a while. Very strange. But I can look out and see the birds and the trees, who have been nesting in the trees and their fledglings leaving it, the occasional fox, the cats that pass by. I get to see life rather than a wall. So it was important to make that distinction. Oh, but the kicker was, if I had turned my desk in the direction that I had was planning on turning it to enable me to face the doorway of the room, I would have actually been looking straight into, into our bathroom. So it actually worked out for the best that in turning away from the wall and turning out towards nature, I actually ended up in a better place, a place that's a, you know, to look out on the cool greenness, even though things are a bit brown with the heat and lack of rain, but to look out onto greenery is very healing. It's very relaxing. So that it's also inspired me to finish writing that book, finish up with a translation I'm doing. It's giving new energy. There's a different dynamic, a different flow of energy through my home now. And with regard to the wealth corner in my in my bedroom, I printed a beautiful photo of a waterfall with some wealth generating crystals, and gave it a bit of Reiki, and to create and then foster that energetic mindset that, you know, wealth is going to be flowing, just like the Iguazu Fall picture that I made a copy of. You know, then that's a hell of a big waterfall. So I'm talking about serious wealth and abundance in all things, not just material wealth, but abundance in abundance of people, abundance of enjoyment, abundance of work, all kinds of things. And you know what? I tell you what, in the last 48 hours, I have had about 30 people contact me. So, I mean, you might think pure coincidence, but you know what? I think it was Benjamin Franklin who said that coincidence is a minor miracle in which God remains anonymous. And I like that idea, that, you know, those strange little synchronicities in our life can lead to a real shift in perspective. And in that 5-minute kind of discussion with Cheryl and my fellow wise women, generated a major shift, not only in the position of my furniture, but in my perspective, my ability to see different possibilities. So now, rather than turning my back on possibilities that are coming my way, at least now I see them out of the corner of my eye, because the door is to my left. So my point being here is that it's very hot today, so I'm a bit sweaty. That my point is that Feng Shui, yes, it is a way of the art of moving things around so that you get better energy flow through your home and through, or whatever room of the house you're talking about. But it's also allows you to develop an attitudinal shift. And I should have remembered this as a psychotherapist for the simple reason that in Gestalt psychotherapy, a particular branch, people literally move chairs in order to embody different attitudes and different positions that they may be adopting or that others may be adopting towards them. So that, you know, if we were looking at, for example, in a situation where a person is angry, and that angry has become hey, Kev, good to see you, thanks for joining. If a person is locked into a particular position, they can't see other possibilities or back out of that position. But at shifting your position, whether from one chair to the next in Gestalt psychotherapy, allows you to exit or come out of a particular position and actually adopt physically, in a physical way, another position. And Feng Shui is in a sense the same sort of thing. You're shifting things, perhaps very subtly, or adding things to the environment that allow for a shift in perspective, a shift of energy. Now, like I said, in 48 hours, just changing the position of my desk and putting a picture and some crystals in the corner of my bedroom has already generated an abundance of people coming and connecting with me. Now, work is not just about collecting people and trying to get them to do this, that, or the other, or buy this, that, or the other. It's about developing relationships. And one of the things that I would like to see more of an abundance of in my life is not just earning a living and making money, but to develop relationships, to have an abundance of good, supportive relationships. And I got that in abundance this Friday, working with several of my wise women and getting a brilliant piece of advice from Madam C. And Madam C, if you watch this on replay, way to go. You've always, always, always given good advice. So I would challenge you, as I was challenged past week, in figuring out if your life is flowing, if it feels like it's a smooth ride, or is it constantly stuttering and hitting what seems to be obstacles and blocks. The obstacles and blocks are there for a reason, to get you to stop and think and to figure out why the block is occurring and what you need to shift in order to be able to get that block removed and things to start to flow smoothly once more. And I've been talking about this the last couple of weeks. I mean, my knee is still recovering from that crazy spill I had in the street. But what it has done, it slowed me down. And because I wasn't able to run through my regular routine, I was able to shift perspective and make connections that I wouldn't have been able to make before. So in the next few days, challenge yourself. Take a look and see exactly what it is that what areas of your life are not flowing. Take the time. If it's not flowing, it's for a reason. Either it's not for you right now, or there's something better down the road, and you have to be patient and wait for it. And that seems to be the lesson that I'm learning at the moment. And a whole bunch of other people, by the way, not just me. I've been talking to a number of colleagues and friends, and we all seem to be going through a kind of almost waiting period, that there's big shifts waiting to happen. But it's like, get yourselves ready, get yourselves in a position where you can shift your perspective and move into a new space, a higher space. So think about that this week, and think about maybe whether you really need to change some of the furniture around in your life. Not just the physical tables and chairs, as I did, but the emotional tables and chairs of your life. What are you holding on to, or what needs to be moved around so that you can shift your perspective and move in the direction you need to be moving and you desire to be moving? Hello, Linda. Thanks for joining. I've been talking about shifting perspectives and Feng Shui. And yes, you can find all kinds of information on the internet and all kinds of books about geomancy, which is technically what it's called. It's the art of moving things around in space, according to energetic principles. But you don't have to do anything really extravagant or really outsized to be able to shift your perspective. It's the little things. It's the small things that we do. Like I said, what did I do? I printed out a picture of a waterfall, placed some crystals on it, and gave it some Reiki. And in 48 hours, as you might believe it's a coincidence or not, but in 48 hours, all of a sudden, people are coming out of the woodwork trying to contact me. It's amazing. And shifting my desk has given me new enthusiasm Um, yes, Linda, absolutely. Moving things around is absolutely great. Just that shift in perspective, I already feel a different energy in my sitting room because I'm looking out. Granted, I have to look over the TV past the television, but I get to look out the picture window at the sunshine, at the greenery, at the rose bushes. Thank goodness they're not wilting too much in this heat. I've been doing extra watering duty to keep my plants going. But just look at again. I would encourage you, stop and take a moment before life knocks you flat in the street like it did me, and think about what are the tables and chairs of your life and what you need to be shifting. Look at this. I'm telling you. Hey, Jackie, it's good to see you. I'm laughing because what did I say? I put it out in the universe that I was looking for abundance in all sorts of forms. I mean, primarily, to get some work going over the summer, but also to encourage a wealth and abundance in other areas of my life. And what's happening? Look, even as I'm talking, people are turning up and showing up. It's just amazing. And I wanted to share that enthusiasm with you because just the simple thing is turning a desk around has engendered such a number of shifts. So I would encourage you, look around you, look at your life, look at your furniture as well, but look at your life in general and see where the energy is stuck. Because where your energy goes, where your energy goes is where you are flowing. And if your energy isn't flowing, you need to find out why so you can get it moving again. So those are my thoughts for the day. I hope that you'll look at your home and your life with a fresh pair of eyes. And if you feel uncertain about how to do that, again, there's books, there's online help, there's all kinds of things that you can do to be able to help you to find out how to create a better flowing space in your home or in a room, and make life a little bit easier. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you guys for watching this evening. It's been, you're part of my abundance drive. Thanks so much. And have a great evening. I'm going to watch the rest of the football if it hasn't finished yet. And I will see you again soon. If you've enjoyed this, keep sending your love hearts, your thumbs ups, your wows, or leaving comments as the ladies have been doing this evening. And if there's a question or query that you have, do leave a comment. I'm always happy to respond to it and make it the subject of my next live. So I'm always willing to keep the discussion going. Thank you again. Have a wonderful evening and a great week. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.